get roughly what is the number of units per year. So we've got those. Are you with me? And then we get to fixed cost. What is fixed cost? It's not so easy. If you look at a typical company, that fixed expense is so much. But there's a trick. It's a simple trick. And it's like this. If you analyze any company's fixed expenses or overheads, you'll find there's a salary component and the rest. And the salary component is typically the biggest by far. Okay? So and how do you determine the salary? You say the number of people. How many people will I need to run this operation, to deliver this number of units? Multiply by the average salary per year. That gives you the salary pool roughly, multiplied by 2. And then you forget about the other expense. Okay, that's a fixed expense.
So without the trade unions in the picture?
Well, you can decide whether you want to make it 1.5 or 3.
How can you function over time? Function over time. Determining start.
Yeah,
It's not profit, right? That's a big result.
exactly. But
With function over time, you're not.
no, but we are looking in the long term when this company is established. We don't look at the beginning because we know this is not going to be profitable. So we look in the long term. We want to see how attractive it will be in the long term. In the short term, it's never attractive. So nobody will ever start a company that only look at the short term. This was another hand. Okay, so we can do this for your idea. You must plug in these figures. You come up with a profit. Let's say, for argument's sake, 10 million rands a year. I've done the hard work, but there's one more step that you need to take. And that step is to determine whether it's low, moderate, or high. And that is a decision that you must make. You must decide what that is. What is, and you must actually decide that before you do the analysis. So you must decide what is important to you. Now, the question is actually what do you want to do with this company and what do you want the money to do? If you decide you want to retire, then you must go and find out how much will it cost me to retire at 25 and to buy an island, one extra island for the rest of my life, or one extra old Toyota, whatever your standard of living you want it to be. And and you do a calculation, decide this is what I want to do. Or maybe you say, no, I just want to start a company so that I can pay for myself to go to the next World Cup. And it's a completely different figure.
I include the average, inflation rates.
So you can make it a very complicated sum as well. And with a spreadsheet, they give you ample tools to complicate it even further. But yes, you must decide that. That's important. That's your decision. Your decision only. But state that before you do your calculations. Don't look at the market size and then decide, I think this is really important. If you Larry Ellison of Oracle, then no amount of money will be enough. Anyway, so there isn't an attractive market segment in the world for it. The universe is probably not big enough. But if you're a normal person with normal needs, then maybe $100 million will be high. Or 10 million, or 1 million. You must decide. Okay. I think we've got another 5 minutes. This was a really rush, so I've never tried to rush it this fast. But I hope you got something out of it. Any questions?
Any of these approaches and models, I trust you agree, is only as good as the data to tap into.
Sure.
Any of them. Sure. Where can we as individuals that, as you said, perhaps don't have that much time, don't have access to the huge marketing embark and support. Find reliable data that is not going to cost us our future.
I think what I've tried to do is to find a way where you need the minimum amount of data. That's a start. And secondly, where most of it you can actually get in front of your internet and by thinking about it, by using creativity and by talking to a small amount of people. You shouldn't need to actually go out on a proper market research questionnaire. It shouldn't be necessary. So, but it depends on the idea. So, some ideas need more data than others, and that in a sense makes an idea more attractive or less attractive as well.
Are there established databases in broad market sectors, product areas that one can access that you don't pay for, don't have to pay too much for? That you know of offhand?
Not that I know of that since there, because even if there were, that would be for specific market segments, specific applications, and it would probably not be very appropriate for you. But the internet and creativity can take you very far. Before the internet, I don't know, I'd like to go to the lecture, Yes.
Just in response to your question just now about market research, maybe you want to sometimes weigh that up against what you're actually trying to create. If what you're trying to create only costs R1 to produce, produce the thing and then test it. Test the feedback in its rawest form and see if it actually works. If you're trying to create the next generation TV and spending $10 million into that, then yes, actually you're going to have to need a lot of market research to back that decision. So weigh it up against what you're actually trying to create. Because sometimes you can actually create the rawest form of the product and to test it in the market that you want to sell it.
That's very true. There's this called the agile development process, precisely what is describing there. Just look at your biggest risk and try and measure them.
It works particularly well when the prototype with the demonstrator is not going to cost you a lot.
Yes.
So for example, software. You can make a demo piece of software and you can show it off and find out. But if you want to create a car, for example, or some agriculture to implement, and it's going to cost quite a bit to actually make the demo, that might be a different story.
Absolutely. But then again, hopefully there's analysis will save you, because I don't think you will find a market segment where you will be competitive with your car. But hopefully you will be safe. Yes.
How do you sort of avoid the whole pitfall of saying, okay, I've got a number of things that look really good, and how do you determine, okay, maybe these one or two factors that look bad are actually really bad? How do you determine, all right, this is definitely a stopper, or oh no, there's enough good in my project idea or market segmentation that I should continue with it or push through it?
I think
Or is that
this portfolio analysis is supposed to screen it quickly. So that's all one way you can see. Remember, if you find that your competitiveness isn't strong, you don't need to do attractiveness. Or if you find attractiveness isn't high, you don't have to do competitiveness. So it's a quick screening method. It's the quickest that I know of.
Just talking about the fad that you said earlier, if we assess, say, a tablet against the PC, just in terms of quality and price, tablet uses, the PC is both acceptable on both of those, yet it's now, like iPads are huge. So was that because it's one of other factors that's,
because
how do you know it's not going to? How do you know the year fad isn't going to be this? It's going to stick.
You see, you find a factor where the PC or the other competitors are not competitive. They're not satisfying the market. So when it comes to portability, when you want to lie on your back and you want to read a book, it's just not possible with a normal tablet. I don't know if you've tried. You don't want to behead yourself. It's really not the way to do it. So you find these factors where you say it's not satisfying with what is available at the moment. And then if you can satisfy it, you're strongly competitive. Okay, I'm at 0, so how much time have we got left? Right, well, thank you very much. I must say it's been a lively class.